Sarnia area, and Revelree is up next for impressing the local fans and beyond. I guess Scott Palko, the founder of Revelree, year number two. How have you been since year one of Revelree?
Huh. Oh, we've been great. Yeah, I mean, year one was a great success. We
Yeah,
were very fortunate. The feedback was great. The attendance, we really couldn't have asked. The weather, we
right. Mother
couldn't.
Nature helps in these kind of
That's
things,
very
right?
much so. So we couldn't have asked for much more. It was wonderful. Um, and then sort of, it ends. You sort of take a week or two to catch your breath,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're right into year two. And so we've been at it, really since last August
Yeah,
for it to come around. And this year, uh, again, we were lucky. I think this year is very much refining some of the
sure.
pieces of the event and trying to grow it, trying to bring a little bit bigger acts, that type of thing. So,
Yeah.
uh,
And you've really pulled that off. I mean, exciting. I know we were here for the announcements, and I was like, wow, they're really going. Like, there's a big stretch there as far as we got to make this work, and some really big names. Talk about who's coming.
yeah, so you're spot on. We were like, you know what, we'd like to really start to showing people. We want to continue to bring in top talent
Yeah.
from Canada and the US. And so, yeah, this year, our top billings, we've got Ace Abi, who's a
Yeah.
huge upcoming artist in the Friday night. He's won Junos. He's doing great things. And then Lights,
Yeah.
who's, plays all over the world, is just amazing. And Arkells are going to headline the Friday night. So those are the three top billing for the evening.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, yeah, we've got JJ Wild, who's a rocker. She's out of Kitchener,
Yeah.
but she's just been kind of astronomical trajectory. She's doing unbelievable things.
Yeah.
Canadian legend Tom Cochran on the
Amazing.
Saturday, right? Super excited actually to have Tom
Yeah.
playing. So,
Yeah.
and then the Glorious Sons round out the evening. And that's on top. We have some other great acts that are playing local and
Yeah.
regional, and so we're just trying to give them opportunity as well. So
It's exciting, to see this something like this come to Sarnia and keep that music festival. I guess that Sarnia is really known for as well, alive in our community. And speaking of community, there's some give back that happens with Revelry as well. Talk about the community side of
for
this.
sure. So we're very fortunate to have a great volunteer base, and from that volunteer base, we do our best to give money back to the community. So organizations like St. Clair Taekwondo,
Yeah.
Pathways Center for Children does great work. One Spark is an organization that helps women kind of remove themselves from violent situations.
Hmm.
Those are our three primary charitable
Yeah.
beneficiaries. But then we also throughout the year. Anything that Revelry can do to support and promote live entertainment in Sarnia Lambton, but also beyond across the province. So we always want to make sure that we can support other events or anything that's
Mm.
up and coming, and giving those artists an opportunity to get on stage and sort of build a following.
Yeah, and I know that's important because everybody that's involved with Revelry, organizing it, is a part of this community as
Mhm.
well, right? So there's that attachment as well.
Yep.
What's the process, real quickly, Scott? On boy, we'd really like to have this act, but that's beyond our reach right now. Or how far do we stretch this without hurting ourselves? I guess in the process, because this is something it's going to be long term.
For sure. It's great question. Probably the question I get asked the most,
Yeah,
truthfully, is just how do you go about doing this? Ultimately, it begins with just looking at, we set a budget. So we kind of look at,
yeah,
listen, what do we think we can do ticket wise? And, you know, uh, realistically, what, can we generate to be able to pay bands of a certain caliber to come in?
yeah,
Once we kind of have that budget and we've kind of run those numbers, then yeah, I mean, we're fortunate from shows we did in the past, get the ball rolling, and Summer Never Ends, and some of these
yeah,
charitable shows, we have relationships with agents. So really, we kind of say, look, we reach out to the agents and say, here's who we have in mind, and then it becomes a bit of a game of Tetris, right? You try to
right,
find the right act at the right price to fit in,
yeah,
and
and
you're
at the right time too, right?
absolutely right. I mean, if you can get someone who's routing or somebody that's not overseas and they're
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
You got to get them here.
Yeah, exactly. So honestly, this year we were very lucky. We sit down with a whiteboard sort of in August and say, what would our ideal lineup be, right? First and foremost, and then we kind of start working through the details. Um, everyone that we put on that list this year is who we ended up bringing in. So
It's awesome.
that's a pretty unheard of that it all worked out. Usually there's either a scheduling conflict or something.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen for us this year. So we were very fortunate.
Yeah,
And
great.
then, but yeah, that process, honestly, like we clean up on the Sunday, Monday, and that process starts probably within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If it hasn't already, truthfully.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about some expectation and numbers that you're hoping for.
Mhm.
Obviously, the plan is always to keep improving. So this year, do you have some numbers in mind that you're hoping to see a response?
Yeah,
from?
based on ticket sales have been great. Actually, both the local community is always so supportive.
Yeah.
But we've with the border opening up, sort of this year wasn't open last year, and
Right.
we're looking at I think just over 40% of everything we've sold so far is coming outside of Lambton
That's
County.
great, though. That's great for tourism.
For sure, right? Bring that in, so we're very happy about that. Yeah, we anticipate we're going to be somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 people a night.
Okay.
So we should, that's where we'll be. And if we can get more than that, even better. Well,
Awesome.
But yeah, I think we'll be somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000 people over the course of the weekend.
Yeah, and Canatara Park, a beautiful venue, really, to have this kind of near the water, but protected by the trees. And I've already called Mother Nature. I put in my bid just so you know to try to help you. But
Appreciate that.
that's exciting, and some local talent's going to be there as well. I love that you support that local side of things, and I think I'm excited. I don't know who's more excited, these guys or me. Tell everybody where they can go to get the tickets online.
Yeah, so revelree.ca or revelreemusicfestival.com. Either one of them will get you to where the tickets are. We're, I think, sold out of the Saturday VIP, but there's Friday VIP left over at this point. But yeah, grab your tickets. It's a beautiful night. Go down, check out the beach early in the day, and then come to the concert. It's all ages. There are in and out privileges. So if you want to come check out one of the early bands, do so. You just gotta you can't, if you come after 8 o'clock, you can't leave after that point.
Right.
But early on in the day, it's gonna be a warm summer day, so people come check out a band, then go jump in the lake, and then come back.
Right.
So yeah, and all the details, amenities, everything you need to know is on revelreemusicfestival.com.
Perfect.
But you can get tickets there, and I think it's going to be a great weekend.
And keep following me around. I'm going to twist his arm after we stop the camera. I might have a pair of tickets to give away. Scott, thank you so much for your time, and all the best. And congratulations. I know you got a new baby.
Yeah, I do.
So,
thank you very much.
In the middle of everything else that he's doing. So keep an eye out. We'll have some of those tickets to give away. And other than that, go online.